Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Addie. For those of you who don't know me, I have two girls and I have recently been posting a lot of preschool videos, and so I thought I would do this video today about different supplies that I think that you should have at your house if you have a toddler or preschooler, because these supplies are just my top 10 must-have items so that we can do a variety of preschool activities that help keep my daughter entertained. So if you are new here, I would love for you to subscribe below. We do a lot of preschool activities since I have a preschooler, and I also do other motherhood and lifestyle videos, so I would love for you to stick around. And I also have an 8-month-old, so we do lots of videos regarding her as well. Now, to get started, I'm going to make the assumption that most of you have the basic necessities at your house. I'm talking about those everyday materials that most of you have on hand, like these, like scissors, markers, glue, post-it notes, paintbrushes. I think most people have those types of things for their kids, for their toddlers already in their home. So I'm gonna leave those off my top list. Of course, I think you need these if you have a toddler or preschool at home, or any kid really of any age. But I'm gonna talk today and focus today on the items outside of these that I think you really should have in your home if you want to be able to do many different activities with your little one. All right, so first up is paper. And of course you probably already have paper at your house. But the paper that I want to talk about specifically is butcher's paper. I have this huge, ginormous roll of butcher's paper bought from the office supply store. You do not have to have a roll this big. They make much smaller rolls, but we go through it so much that it's so nice to have a big roll. We just do white, but they make other colors as well. This is great for a preschooler and doing crafts. Here is a piece of art that my daughter recently did using butcher's paper. It just allows them to make something a little bit bigger. We actually like to put it up on this easel here and let it hang so that she can do a vertical type style activity that helps them differently than laying something on the floor. But butcher's paper is great. We also use butcher's paper to help with size differentiation. So we will we've talked about the planets before, and we've made the planets much smaller scale, like Jupiter is 2 inches and Earth is 3 centimeters, whatever it might be. But using the butcher's paper to do that sort of thing allows you to go as long as you might need to be able to talk about different sizes. It's also great for shadow work and different things like that, but we really love butcher's paper and it's so nice to have. Next up is masking tape. You can also use painter's tape, but masking tape is just a little bit more affordable, I have found. So masking tape, we again use for so many different things. I've used this for my little baby in order to tape off some things that she can't quite do yet. I use it for my preschooler in all types of activities, working on letters, working on numbers, just having a fun dance thing, working on shapes. We'll tape things on the floor for her to jump over. We'll tape things on the floor, big letters for her to practice letters. There are so many different uses for this. Pinterest is a great place to look for masking tape or painter's tape activities, but it's definitely something I would recommend for your preschooler. Up next is shaving cream. This is a hit in our family for my toddler or preschooler, and it is just something you don't need anything fancy. This is from the dollar store, $1 tub of shaving cream. I buy 2 at a time because we just go through it so quickly. But she loves to mix shaving cream as a sensory activity just with her hands. She likes to add paint to it and use it in the bathtub to paint the bathtub. We've done so many different things with shaving cream. We do it on a window and she can do it vertically. There's so many different uses. She can rub it on her body. I don't know, I could go on and on, but shaving cream is one of those that she asks to do all the time. It is definitely a hit and definitely an item that I think you should have for your toddler or preschooler at home. Another important item is a bin. Bins of all different sizes and I was gonna say shapes, but bins are pretty square. So all different sizes and depths is what I meant. So this is a good size for certain activities. We have ones that are these size. I have much bigger ones, much longer ones. So whatever shape, or again I said shape, whatever size you might want, but definitely have bins on hand because for sensory activities, bins are so crucial. And that brings me to my next product, which would be rice, which I currently have in this one. And we use this one up in our classroom for letter work. She has this and she can draw the letters in the rice with her fingers. But rice is one of those other things that I think is 100% necessary. It's so good for sensory activities. We also like to use food coloring, which is, I guess, the next one. Food coloring is another item that you should definitely have if you have a toddler or preschooler at home. But food coloring with the rice is an activity she absolutely loves. We food color more than just rice. We do all different kinds of foods or just sensory bins in the bucket with water. These three kind of go hand in hand, but they are so versatile. You can use them for so many different activities, so many different things. You will not regret having any one of these three items in your home if you have a preschooler or a toddler. The next essential item that I think you should have is dot markers. And yes, you're probably gonna have markers at home, but these markers specifically are so good for learning children. They are just easier to use. They have a lot of learning potential. We use these for activities. We use these for letter activities. We use these for number activities. We use them for word searches, number finds. We actually use it to make homemade wrapping paper or cards for friends and family when we have that sort of thing going on. So we do homemade wrapping paper. She can use the butcher's paper to wrap the gift, and then she can do dot work on the wrapping paper to make her own design and personalized wrapping paper for presents and gift giving. And then additionally with cards, we'll just get a piece of paper, dot marker it up, make her whatever she wants, and it's a personalized card from whatever age or for whoever she wants to give it to. These are great, and they're just like bingo markers if you need a different name, if you're searching for them at a craft store or something. Bingo markers, dot markers, whatever you might have them called. Up next is cookie cutters. You probably have hundreds of these. Okay, that's an exaggeration. You probably have multiples of these. You probably have multiples of these laying around the house, and maybe you make a lot of cookies, maybe you don't, but I think more often for us, we do a lot of cookies at certain times of the year and we're using them a lot, but other times of the year, they're not actually for cookies. We'll use these for tracing activities. We'll use them for Play-Doh play, kinetic sand, all different kinds of things we use cookie cutters for. And they're great because you can buy cookie cutters for just about anything. So whatever they're interested in is what you can get a cookie cutter for. And a lot of the different cookie cutters sell boxes of 100 of varied things. So you most likely will have every major holiday, you'll have every different season. This is a special one I bought, it's a tea kettle. This one is a dinosaur. So just whatever they might be interested in, you can get a cookie cutter for, and you can use these for a lot of different things other than making cookies. You could also use these to cut sandwiches and make, if you're having a hard time getting your little one to eat, then making things in fun shapes, you know, making your watermelon in the shape of a dinosaur or making your peanut butter and jelly sandwich into the shape of a tea kettle is just another fun way to use these. So they are very versatile as well. Another item that has many uses is Pom Poms, and these can be used for everyday arts and crafts. They can also be used for counting practice, and I will show you that in 1 minute. But these have many different uses. You can use them in sensory bins. You can use them for so many things, but definitely different pom-poms of different sizes and different colors are a must-have for your preschool or toddler home. So then that brings me to my next item, which would be a muffin tin. And muffin tins have so much practicality in a preschool or toddler home, and you can do a lot of different things with it. Counting practice is one of my favorite things to do, and you can use those pom-poms that I just mentioned to do that. So you can have them do sorting activities, you can have them just count the number of pom-poms that they put into each muffin tin. There's so many different activities that you can do. Again, Pinterest is a good place for this, but I do have a couple videos that talk about muffin tin use, so I'll link those here. And it's just another item. You probably already have this at home, but if you don't, it would be worth getting for your house. The last item that I'll mention today is probably not a necessity because you could make these yourself, but and they'll probably end up looking more like this if you make it yourself. which is just a dice. I put letters on this one, but you probably already have some actual dice at your house in some board game or something. And these are just good for number activities with your little ones. If your toddler or a preschooler is working on number recognition or counting or whatever, math of any sort, then die are a great option to have in your home that you should get out of those board games and use for other activities. If they're just sitting on a shelf not being used, you can use these in everyday life. So definitely I would recommend these as well, although I don't think this would be my top 10, but it is a good thing to have that I'll just include. All right. That is all I have for you today. I hope that these items are helpful because you can hopefully find a bunch of them just that you have around your house already, and the other ones you can probably just pick up really quickly from the Dollar Tree. But you can use that list of supplies and go to Pinterest, go to the web, check out some of my other preschool videos. Again, I'll link some here, and you can just try to find different activities that use those things, because those I think are just the core of so many different activities. I feel like I've said that 3 times already, but these are just so versatile. You can use them in so many different ways, and I think that you would really enjoy having them in your home for some new, fresh ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below. Give this video a thumbs up. It would really help me, and I would really appreciate it. Make sure also to follow me on Instagram if you have not already. I post my day-to-day kind of life there. So if you want to see clips of Isabel skateboarding, or me cooking in the kitchen, or the girls hugging each other, or probably what I post most about is our travel. If you didn't know that about me, we are a traveling family. We love traveling. I will probably have to do a video on some things that we've done in the past soon, because I feel like no one even knows that about us on my YouTube channel. So if you are interested in that, let me know in the comments below, because I don't know, we're not a travel channel, so I'm not sure if you'd be interested in seeing that as well. But one thing we've done is a world trip with Isabel when she was 1. Juliana wasn't here yet, but we are just a traveling family. We love to travel, and that has nothing to do with this preschool video, so I feel like I'm rambling now. I will say goodbye. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe below, hit a thumbs up. I will see you next time.